the young, and the restless spoilers. The corridors of Newman Enterprises buzzed with tension and unrest as Victor Newman, the patriarch, made another bold and controversial decision. His ambition to make Adam Newman the most powerful man in the company and the family had reached a fever pitch, setting the stage for a conflict that would shake the very foundations of the Newman dynasty. Adam's ascendancy. Adam Newman had been appointed CEO of Newman Enterprises, a move that had already stirred significant turmoil within the family. Nikki, Nick, and Victoria, though reluctant, had eventually accepted this decision, recognizing Adam's intelligence and capability. But Victor's ambitions didn't stop there. His next move was to fire Nikki from her position at Newman Media, stripping her of the last piece of dignity and purpose she held within the company. The catalyst for conflict. Nikki's dismissal sent shockwaves through the family. The news was not only a professional blow but a deeply personal affront. Nikki, who had devoted so much of her life to supporting Victor and the family business, was now cast aside, her value and contributions dismissed. The children, Nick and Victoria, were outraged. The unity they had managed to maintain was shattered as they prepared to confront Victor and defend their mother. Nikki demanded an explanation from Victor. His response was as cold as it was cruel. He accused her of relapsing into her old habits, insinuating that her association with Jack Abbott had led her back to alcohol. Victor claimed that Nikki's continued indulgence and perceived weakness made her unfit to hold any position of power within the family business. The ultimatum, divorce, and desperation. Victor's accusations and his blatant favoritism towards Adam pushed Nikki to her breaking point. She threatened to divorce him, seeking to reclaim her dignity and a portion of the Newman fortune. However, Victor had anticipated this move. In a calculated and preemptive strike, he had already transferred all assets into Adam's name, leaving Nikki with nothing to claim in a divorce settlement. Victor's machinations left Nikki feeling trapped and powerless. Her once formidable position within the family and the company was reduced to nothing. The realization that Victor trusted Adam more than his own wife and other children was a bitter pill to swallow. Nikki's sense of betrayal was profound, and her options seemed limited. The family's response, a united front. Despite the turmoil, Nikki found support in her children. Nick and Victoria, equally disillusioned by Victor's actions, rallied around their mother. They saw Victor's plan for what it was, an attempt to consolidate power in Adam's hands, disregarding the rest of the family. The siblings were determined to challenge their father's decisions and reclaim their rightful place within the Newman empire. Victoria, ever the strategist, began to devise a plan. She proposed leveraging their combined influence and insider knowledge to undermine Adam's position and expose Victor's manipulations. Nick, though more impulsive, agreed to support his sister's strategy, recognizing the need for a united front against their father. The strategy, Undermining Adam. Victoria's plan was multifaceted. First, she aimed to gather evidence of Victor's underhanded dealings and Adam's potential missteps. She knew that running multiple companies simultaneously would stretch Adam thin, and any mistakes he made would be exploited. Victoria and Nick began discreetly monitoring Adam's decisions, waiting for an opportunity to strike. Secondly, they sought to regain control of Newman Media. Nikki, though no longer officially part of the company, still had connections and influence. She reached out to loyal allies within the organization, gathering support and preparing to challenge Adam's authority. The confrontation, Victor's reckoning. As the pressure mounted, Victor sensed the growing rebellion within his family. He confronted Nikki, Nick, and Victoria, demanding loyalty and obedience. Nikki, empowered by her children's support, stood her ground. She declared her intention to fight for her rights and her dignity, refusing to be sidelined any longer. The confrontation was intense, emotions running high as years of resentment and betrayal boiled to the surface. Victor, unwavering in his belief that he was acting in the family's best interest, was blindsided by the intensity of their opposition. His confidence in Adam was unshaken, but he underestimated the determination of his other children. The turning point, Adam's realization. Amidst the familial strife, Adam found himself in an increasingly precarious position. The weight of running multiple companies began to take its toll, and the cracks in his facade started to show. Victoria and Nick, ever vigilant, seized on these moments of weakness, exposing them to the board and key stakeholders.